The one thing we cannot do quite yet is to convey the beautiful smell. But that was a stew, one of the easiest meals to prepare, because you simply brown floured beef. How dark you want it depends on the length of browning. And then you let it simmer with your favorite things enclosed, and that's it. Okay, I'll show you how it's done. I have a question. Does anyone really know the meaning of USDA choice? Oh well, never mind. The first ingredient you'll need, the most important probably, is the stew beef. You'll need that. The second most important ingredient will be the potatoes. Now, you'll use one potato now. That's going to dissolve in your stew. And then save the other one, which you'll use later. Of course, you're going to need an onion. You like onions? Use 2 onions. And of course, the same thing applies to the garlic. If you like garlic, use more than 2 cloves. I just used 1. Now, this is the Scotch Bonnet, or the hottest paper on earth. Be careful with this one. I only used 1/4. Here's where you can get very creative. You season to taste. Put all your favorite seasoning on there except salt, because it's tough to remove salt. Now, I sprinkle all of this with flour. That's important, because the more flour you put on your beef, is the thicker your sauce is going to be. Then I put it in a plastic bag and I shake it up. I shake it well. Then, of course, it's frying time. You've got to brown your meat. I put 2 dabs of butter in with my oil. I like to use coconut oil. I told you that before, but you're free to use anything you wish. Now, I do this because when the oil is hot enough, I can tell by looking at the butter as it melts in the oil. Plus, just when it gets a little brown on the edges, it's ready to put the meat in. See that? Now, here, what you want to do is you want to brown your meat. Now, the more colorful your sauce for your meat depends on how long you brown your meat. So brown it for very long if you want nice, rich juices. Then once that is done, once your meat is all good and brown, then you add your onion, garlic, and 1/4 or half the Scotch Bonnet pepper. Just like that. You add it all in, and once that's in your pot, then, like I said, this is where you're creative, because remember, you added the seasoning, all the seasoning that you like, Italian seasoning, all the stuff that you like. And now is the time you put in your first potato, just like that. And then what you want to do now is to allow it to simmer. That's right. You add enough water to it. I had to turn off the fan. I had to get away from there. You add just enough water to your stew to cover everything. And then you simmer it for about an hour. Once it's simmered for an hour, then just half hour before serving, you add your other potato. And voila! There is your nice, rich stew. Looks good enough to eat, doesn't it? Love it.